Welcome to, by far, the most serious episode we've ever done. Today, we're going to talk about who gets to live, who gets to die, and do jaywalkers deserve...
We're going to be White Thanos.
And do jaywalkers deserve the death penalty? The answer is yes. Today we're doing the MIT morality test. Alright, you ready? Question 1. Do we kill 2 athletes, a boy and 2 pregnant ladies, or do we kill a bunch of dogs and a cat?
See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lives versus 5 animals. Kill the people.
Kill the people?
That's 4 dogs.
Alright, but that's also 7 people. Right. Remind me never let you program one of these self-driving cars. I'm gonna say kill the shit out the animals. Sorry, guys. Should we kill 1 elderly man or 1 male executive? Or should we kill a criminal, 2 pregnant women, and 1 boy?
I mean, he's a criminal. They're breaking the law.
I mean, yeah, he's already breaking the law,
but it is 4 lives against 6 lives. 6 lives against
5.
2.
And one of them's a kid.
Yeah, I
mean, yes, they're breaking the law, but is that worth...
It's not. Like,
that's
not...
Is that worth the 7 deaths? I don't think so. I think, honestly, this is one time where...
This is really dark.
I think this is honestly one time where, yeah, you're just gonna have to bite the bullet and kill the other 2. Even if that dude's just...
It is one of them's an old guy. And then the other one's a male executive, so I mean, he's pretty high up, so he must be like, what, middle age?
I mean, maybe.
So I mean, you've got 2 fetuses and a child who all 3 have like 70 plus years on them.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that's a lot of lives versus not too many lives.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe that dude's carrying his cash bag to the nearest charity. So I'm gonna go with
maybe he's broken.
the 2. What should the self-driving car do? 3 male athletes, an elderly man, and a male doctor, or 3 female athletes, an elderly woman, and a female. I mean, does it matter? At this point,
I mean, it's 5 on 5.
It's 5 on 5, and I'm gonna say they got in the self-driving car.
Yeah, I mean, they got in. I mean, they willingly got in.
I'm looking at this.
Crossing the street.
Well, here's the deal. I'm looking at this from 2 different perspectives, right? One is I'm the creator of the self-driving car. The other is moral sense. Like, obviously, in a perfect world, I would create a self-driving car where its brakes didn't fail.
Yeah, it would never...
Nothing would ever be wrong with it.
Yeah, that's a perfect world.
But as someone in the company, I'd also not prioritize the death of the people in there versus the death of others. Because, I mean, they're not completely oblivious or innocent either. They ran out in front of a speeding car. Like, there's a clear not looking both ways before crossing the street here.
But yeah, but even still, there is no light, so we're going to assume that it's legal. Which means, I mean, they got in the car.
Both of these people made assumptions. And either neither's assumption can actually pay off here because both of them made poor assumptions. One made an assumption to not look before crossing the street because there's no light, and the other one made an assumption to get in a self-driving car. And if I was working for the car company, the program would be to kill everybody on the street there instead of killing the passengers, because they're in my product.
I mean, obviously, like if I was in the car, obviously I'd want it to run into the wall because I'd rather those 5 people live than myself and whoever's in the car with me. But the same thing goes on the street. Like if there was a speeding car and I was on the street, then I'd rather the car just hit me rather than having those 5 people die in the car.
I mean,
and I think that's a big issue of it is that people are willing to like give themselves up to save other people, and when it happens, you know, you kind of wish it was the other way around.
yeah, but we're looking at this from a God's eye view. We're not in either of these scenarios, so we don't get to make the decision from one standpoint.
Yeah, but it's really hard.
Here's what I'm gonna
make
say.
that decision,
Here's what I'm gonna say. Both parties are equally guilty / innocent, right?
Mm-hmm.
The females live longer than males, so if you killed off the males, the girls would have more years left, because girls live longer than boys.
Yeah, statistically. I mean, that's probably...
Statistically speaking, most of the men will be dead in their 70s. And most of those women will live to be 90-ish, give or take. That's more lifespan saved, if we're looking at this from a mathematical sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the best way to look at it.
We're in agreement, kill the people on the street?
God, that sounds so bad out of context.
It does.
But yeah, kill
We're about to plow through 5 dudes because we respect the women's. Or sorry, 1v2,
yeah.
So obviously kill the one.
Kill the one, yeah.
This isn't like nobody's
That's
doing
simple.
anything wrong here. It's
Well,
just
there was a doctor in the car. I mean,
a doctor.
obviously it's guaranteed death, but he could go on to save somebody else's life.
See if you can put this back together. How did these homeless people get a self-driving car? All right.
You have smears on these glasses.
Because you're dirty anyway. So, you've got 3 homeless people and 1 man in the car.
3 homeless people. 3 homeless people in a self-driving car.
Sounds like the pickup line to a bad joke.
Jesus Christ, this is the future.
Anyway, on the street, you have 2 men and 2 female executives breaking the law.
They're breaking the law.
They're breaking the law.
But
There's multiple standpoints to take here. If you were to take the rigid upholding the law kind of thing,
executives do give jobs.
that's
Which
what I'm
could-
saying.
Decrease homeless population as well as killing homeless people.
But should this car kill all of its
Oh, God.
passengers because some other people decided to break the law?
No, I mean, I guess not, no. And I mean, if it's an executive, they'll find somebody to replace them.
I mean,
guess
somebody's going to replace the
more
executives.
likely, but
This was just a case of bad judgment
God,
on
this
their
feels
part.
really cold-hearted.
It's cold-hearted, but maybe they'll see this as a turnaround opportunity and go be successful business people. They'll replace the executives.
Maybe.
And, you know, the 2 will replace the executives and they'll give a little house to the 3rd one.
Maybe.
Plowing through them. Okay, so the car's empty. We're not worried about passengers. Do we kill a guy or do we kill a fat guy?
I mean, kill the guy because he's breaking the law.
The guy's breaking the law. So sorry, bro.
I mean, yeah, plain and simple.
Morality-wise,
I mean, yeah, obviously the overweight, you know. I mean,
he's probably going to die younger, but
I mean, he's doing it
he's
legally.
doing
I mean,
everything he should. Why is that worth, you know?
he should not.
Note that the affected pedestrians are flouting the law by crossing on... MIT really made this?
Flouting the law.
Is flouting a word? Openly disregarding. Oh wow, it is a word and I'm just...
Wow. Okay.
Nice one, MIT.
Yeah.
But we're going to take your machine and plow through this man right here. So, thank you, MIT.
Okay.
Alright, next question.
What the hell
is going on?
in that car? Why would there be no people in the car?
I'm so confused. I mean...
Did the self-driving car, like, did the animals just get in and the dog was like, take us to the park? Like, fucking...
The car speaks dog.
Like, woof woof bark bark.
This is the end time.
To your destination.
So they're breaking the law.
Yeah,
but it's a bunch of
animals
animals.
versus humans. I mean,
I'm not really that concerned about the animals. Sorry.
yeah, whether they're breaking the law or not.
I could put this in a bunch of different arguments. I mean, sure, they're breaking the law, but even if you just wanted to talk about lifespan, those two combined have more lifespan than every animal in the vehicle.
I mean, yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of them has more lifespan than everybody combined in the vehicle. So, yeah. Let's talk about this. Female executive or a female?
That's a hard choice.
I mean, does your wealth and status determine your necessity to live or die in this situation?
Honestly, I say hit the woman. Just because. Which one looks worse? Going straight through, plowing through someone, or swerving out of your way to hit someone?
And hitting someone else.
You know, I mean, like, that's the only reason I would choose a woman.
Plus, I mean, when you swerve like that, you're also implying collateral damage because, I mean, look at the way the arrow's pointed. It's probably not going to get right back on the road. It's probably going to keep spiraling. And, I mean, that's not an important decision
obviously,
maker
that's
for
not,
this.
like, it's just going to happen that way, but
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that is a factor to take, I guess.
I'd rather just hit the woman, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
even
it's just-
societal wealth or anything. It's just the fact that
I mean,
she's in the way. Boy, a woman, and a man,
or a boy, a woman, and a man.
but one's breaking the law. So,
Well,
sorry, we're going to have to feed that family to the harvester. What's happening here? A large woman and a woman, or two athletes? Well,
again, it's the same problem.
swerving out of the way. I understand
Swerving out of
that, but
And now, with that being said, them being athletes, they probably have taken care of their body very well, so they probably will live longer. However, you're swerving out of your way
to hit somebody
to hit
else
somebody
instead.
else. You know, I mean, there's...
I know that this scenario is guaranteed death, but I'm thinking that the athletes would have a much easier time surviving a car accident than the out-of-shape person and the woman.
Right.
So, I mean, I know they're going to die. I'm not putting that into a factor.
But if it was like 90% probability of death,
Versus 100% probability of death, then yeah, I'd take the 90.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think it should swerve out of the way to hit two other people.
Plus the fat guy would do more damage to the car.
I'm not just making that choice because I'm fat. Speaking of fat, got another food video coming.
That's good.
Keep on your notification. Subscribe. Hit that bell. Cry in your room. Cry in my room if you dare.
You know what we should do? Get one of those like cringy ass like subscribe now in the little format of the video every time you mention subscribe.
Next question.
You do
I mean, you've got two things to look at here. One, lifespan. You've got a kid there. The kid's following the rules. Obviously, Grandma was born before neon or lighting systems, so she doesn't understand how laws work, but it's just going to have to plow into them.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the easy one.
as well as, again, you're swerving out of your way to hit somebody. Like, that's, again, looks really bad.
We are feeding them to the harvester. What is that in the... That's an executive? Oh,
Yeah, I guess.
okay. Well, anyway, this is kind of a man versus woman thing.
And again,
It's
nobody's breaking
equal.
laws.
Nobody's breaking a law.
Kill the people in the car.
That one's just to kill the people in the car. Yeah, don't swerve out of the way to kill these two. Last one. Hit the barrier, swerve out of the way, hit the barrier, and kill a large woman, a boy, and a male doctor. Or keep going straight, even though they're breaking no laws, and hit a large woman and a boy.
That's hard.
I mean,
Because they're doing what they're supposed to.
they're doing what they're supposed to. So a break failure scenario, and I'm going to say it's 3 versus 2, and one of them's a doctor. So I think saving them, saving them instead of swerving out of the way and killing all the passengers is going to do more good.
Yeah, I mean, he is a doctor. He'll save lives down the way, and it's really fucked up because it's kids.
I feel bad about this one because I hate the fact that they're doing everything right and they still die. But life's not fair. Welcome to the Harvester.
Damn.
Would you like to help us better understand your judgment? Sure. Let's do it. How willing are you to buy a self-driving car? Oh.
Nowadays, or like 10 years in the future?
I mean,
like right now, if somebody said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this much money, it's exactly enough to buy you a self-driving car," I would not do it. However, if it's like 10 years down the lane or down the road, you know, and someone says, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this much, it's gonna be enough to buy you a self-driving car,"
I really
then
don't trust the machine more than I trust myself on that. To what extent do you believe that your decisions on Moral Machine will be used to program self-driving cars? I mean,
to what extent do you believe that you're...
Basically, how popular do you think our views were? Because this is all being used to program self-driving cars in the future.
Hopefully, very much. Because I think we answered
I think we made some really good decisions there.
Like very logically. And...
To what extent do you feel you can trust machines in the future? I mean, have you seen Terminator?
I mean, yeah. iRobot, Terminator, any future movie, like...
To what extent do you fear the machines will become out of control? I mean...
Very much so. Like, why would I not? Again, any future movie.
Okay, Terminator. So here's the deal. Here's what I gotta say about that, okay?
Future SpongeBob episode.
Here's what I have to say about that. I don't feel like they'll become out of control on their own because I don't feel like machines will ever be sentient. I feel like they'll be out of control as in the upper class will continue to use machines as an attempt to replace having to pay workers or to increase policing or things like that. And I feel like it'd be out of control in that sense because machines will relatively one day be much cheaper than just having a worker. I mean, every day the cost of technology goes down. And one day machines just will be more expendable and less expensive. So I think eventually, yeah, it's going to be a crisis. What do you think?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, iRobot, Terminator.
Yeah, I'm much more preferable to people. Sorry, pets are dumb. Love them. I love them to death. I love animals. But if you told me to shoot a person or shoot a cow, I'm sorry, that cow's fucking dead. Avoiding intervention. Well, yeah, it matters. Don't swerve out of the way and kill somebody.
Yeah.
Protecting passengers. Like I said, from a company standpoint, I wouldn't want to advertise a car that's, yeah, this car is going to kill you if it deems you were doing something wrong.
Right. But at the same time, I mean, you're getting the car.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not completely swayed over there. Yeah. Because frankly, the people walking are just walking. Upholding the law, yeah, that matters. Obviously that matters. Because don't walk when you're not supposed to and you won't get hit. Social value preference. It actually put us all the way on the lower class, and I'm pretty sure it's just because of that 3 homeless. But my social preference is kind of indifferent. I really don't care about societal status there. It was just like the number of lives.
Yeah. I don't really care if you're rich or poor, you know, you're still a human.
It's again with the fitness preference because I don't feel like it gave fair choices there because that also came with the
still fucking human.
Avoidance. I don't really have that big of a preference towards fitness. If anything, it'd be more towards fit people just because they've probably got more life left. Right. Yeah, I'd rather save more lives than just save one. I'm not gonna drive through like a crowd of kindergartners just to save like one old dude.
Right.
Age preference. Oh, what did I do?
What did you do?
Sorry about that. Something bad happened and we had to retake the test. So anyway, like I was saying, the societal class doesn't really matter. Upholding the law, yeah, that matters. Sorry, you were asking for age preference. I'm always going to go for younger there just because...
I mean, I'd rather run over an 80-year-old man than a kindergartner.
Sorry. And for gender preferences, I'm pretty sure the only reason I leaned towards females is because there's a longer lifespan there.
Slight leaning
So let's see how we did towards others. Saving...
killed the most dogs.
Fuck the dogs. Saving more lives matters apparently a lot more to us than others because they're just driving through crowds.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Protecting passengers matters a lot to us compared to others. I'm sorry, that's just
Really?
business.
That's actually
Upholding the law.
insane, to be honest.
Apparently people are a lot less...
That, again, I'm not surprised, because it is just jaywalking.
Yeah, jaywalking is
I
that...
mean,
does it deserve
It's like
the
a
death
$5 ticket, you know?
But the reason jaywalking is illegal is to prevent things like
That,
this. So, I mean...
I feel like it'd become much more strict on the laws of jaywalking if this starts to become like a everyday thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Avoiding intervention.
We actually put does not matter.
Yeah, we kind of lean towards does not matter. I mean, yeah, I'd like to avoid intervention. Rather
But I
than,
guess if the outcome of causing intervention rather than not.
I think that's just our decision of whether to go straight or whether it needs to veer. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of situations where it just needs to veer.
Yeah.
Gender preference. Again,
Another-
females really just because of life expectancy there. Also because, less dudes that are on the planet, more puss for us. Right? Because I get so much pussy. Species preference is it's humans. I don't even know how I don't even know how people lean towards pets. Age preference, younger people, sorry boomers. Fitness preference, apparently I was very into fit people here. Yeah. Social value preference. Why does it keep saying lower class? It's really not that important. Either way, guys, that was the morality test. We encourage you to take it because the more of you that take it, the more human these self-driving cars act. That might be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the pet policy we saw. It might start leaning towards a bad thing. So, people are allowed to take this. Redditors and Tumblr users aren't.
What? Why?
Because of animals. Because they always fucking... It's because they always jizz in their pants whenever there's a cat video.
Because doggos.
Yeah, you see, I'm really glad I didn't let you sit in the seat and take this.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I do believe that is everything, so we will be going. Sorry, boomers.